Hello and welcome to ATS Recap. Who the hell am I? I'm Joe, the editor of this show. I've recently lost a bet and now I'm on this side of the camera. This day in history, it's 1953 and the Dr. Jonas Salk announces the polio vaccine on national radio. Purple Mur is the author of our first thread. Vegetarians versus meat eaters. Standoff is over. Purple Mur, ROP, posts an article. A large-scale study involving 120,000 people showed that a consumption of red meat significantly reduces life expectancy. Doctors from the Harvard School of Public Health, working under the guidance of Doctor of Medicine Ann Pam, revealed that vegetarians were absolutely right. The study goes on to conclude that the consumption of red meat is clearly correlated with a higher risk of death from cardiovascular diseases and cancer. It should be noted that meat from fish and poultry greatly reduces your risk of cancer or disease. If that's not enough for you, here's some hard numbers. 37,698 men and 83,644 women participated in this study. Their health was tracked for 28 years, during which 23,926 deaths occurred amongst the test group. Woodward JNR writes, if it wasn't for the invention of cooking foods, meat in particular, we would not have evolved into the humans we are today. It's true that people probably eat too much processed meat today, but within moderation, it'll do you no harm. In fact, it'll probably do you good. Viking 9019 writes, I've read many studies that actually say the complete opposite to this one. So I'm guessing that these studies are done by people who have an agenda. I'm guessing this study was done by vegetarians. Bazir writes, I'll take my meat and a side order of shorter lifespan, please. Oh, and a nice Merlot with that, thanks. Join this debate all by clicking that link below. Our next thread comes from Chalupas. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. Obama, what the MSN isn't telling you. So, ROP thinks he's on to something red hot. His opening points are quickly disproven, but the debate lives on. What happened that cold, rainy night? Well, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. Under Florida's Stand Your Ground law, it grants immunity from prosecution or arrest to suspects who successfully invoke the claim. George Zimmerman was in favor of the local police and neighbors, not to mention he's been unemployed for 4 years. So he's watched his fair share of CSI Miami. Okay, next thread. Irish journalist leaves bankers speechless.
This financial institution I'm talking about is defunct. It's over, it's finished. Now, why are the Irish people required, under threat from the ECB, why are the Irish people required to pay billions to unguaranteed bondholders under threat to the ECB? You didn't answer the question the last time, so maybe you'd answer it this time.
Well, I think he doesn't have anything to add to what he's already said.
Sorry, this isn't good enough.
Sorry,
this isn't good enough. You people are intervening in this society, causing huge damage by requiring us to make payments, not for the benefit of anybody in Ireland, but for the benefit of European financial institutions. Now, could you explain why the Irish people are inflicted with this burden?
Well, I think I have this question.
Pichet 38 writes, that was Vincent Brown, one of the very few Irish journalists with any credibility left. Follow this discussion all by clicking that link below. Now on to our final thread. What did the German and Japanese history books say about America? Well, all hope is not lost. ROP just finished studying World War II when he started to wonder something intelligent. Smiley Girl writes, every history book tells a flawed story. Why? Because history is written by the victors. Case in point, the Civil War. Most people believe the war was fought over slavery. In fact, while slavery was a part of the fight, the South really viewed the war as about states' rights. If the South had won, would you be reading about the inhumane conditions of slavery? Probably not. Would the history books mention Harriet Tubman? Probably not. That's the show. I hope you liked today's episode. If you did, show me some love with that like button. If you didn't, show me some love with that dislike button. Either way, I know what to do to make things better. Again, I'm Joe with ATS Recap, signing off.